Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Sometimes things happen, but we are back now, and I think we are good to jump back into things. Just making sure that you guys can like hear and see us. Does everybody see it okay on the stream? Because my little stream's just black.
I can see movement on stream on my phone.
Cool. That's all that matters as long as y'all can see me.
Huzzah!
I'm here. Let's continue where we left off, which was an intense conversation between Nana and Hertha.
Hooray!
Um, Hertha turns and looks to you, Nana. Um, I don't want you to take offense to this. I just need to speak my mind.
Of course.
You are not Ave. And if you are making these choices based on what would Ave do, don't. You aren't him, and you don't need to be. He's not, he wasn't, he was just a man.
He was just a man, but...
And you are a woman, and you know yourself. Follow your instincts, not his. Yours are probably better.
I'm not sure about that, Hertha.
Can you say that you, since he left, if you have not been trying to fill that void? And can you say that you trying to be somebody you're not has been helping?
It hasn't.
So you are welcome to use my question for the seeress, because I don't want it. Whatever the future holds, I will accept it when it comes. But I just want you to know that none of us need to be Ave.
Yeah. Right. You're right. And thank you.
Is there anything else?
Well, I think it might be prudent to let you know that we're not going to be doing anything anytime immediately. Not today for certain, but it is the party's hope that we can catch the ghosts that we believe have possessed Shreyroon and Nadia in a compromise of sorts, and ensure that they will not act against us.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you real fast because I just need to confer with everybody, just to ease my mind. Did anybody ever say to Hertha, we think they're full of ghosts?
No.
Is this the first time this was
This
said to
is.
Hertha?
I thought Roshan had mentioned it.
I don't think so.
Nope, Nana just had a Fen moment. Said
Just
the quiet
that
part
it
out
was,
loud.
That's fine.
Tordrek was going to do something. He didn't say, she
Oh.
is looking at you, eyes widening, like you are an insane person.
All right, okay, I know the look. I understand. I get it. I've seen some shit in the last 2 months and some change, Hertha, and I can tell you for a fact, based on what I have seen, I am 93% certain that there are ghosts in those two people.
Well, I'm currently in a peace treaty with those ghosts, so...
Yes, I understand that. I am not looking to topple that. Anything that we do will be in service of the treaty, the well-being of the people of the West, and especially the well-being of Galunda.
All right. Is there anything else besides that they're full of ghosts?
Well,
Those ghosts are dicks.
And they're mean and I hate them.
they do absolutely hate our
They're
guts,
bullies.
so I don't know. If negotiations go badly and you find us, I don't know, just throats cut in the middle of the square, you'll know what happened.
So you're asking me that if you are murdered and your bodies are found, to inform somebody higher up that it was ghosts. All right?
Well, if you can make it work, I don't doubt that you of any chief in this land could, but I will endeavor not to put that on your desk if I can possibly avoid it.
I'd personally prefer if you were able to casually talk it out, but I personally just had a conversation with Freyru and a bunch of other chiefs. Not my favorite person to talk to. So, good luck.
I appreciate it. I feel like we'll need it. Thank you. Thank you again. Is there anything that I can do for you, get for you?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right.
Right. I'll dwell on that. She gets up, hair half braided. Okay.
Do you want the other half? Just before you leave.
Well, I don't plan to leave the house like this. Vandil already thinks I've lost my mind. So, no, I don't plan to leave the house half braided. Also, I know a lot's been going on, but usually Roshan comes by and he hasn't really, like, I know it's been a lot, but I just check on him.
He has seemed poorly. I heard him talking about wanting to go for a nap earlier, and I think that's where he is now. I'll check on him.
Of course. Roll insight.
Ah, that's a bad roll. Smooth brain. That's a 4.
Yeah, no, you can't get a read on her.
Nope.
Well, hopefully I'll see you at the party. Hopefully I'll see him. Just a night for everybody to have a good time. And I'll have a solid 2 drinks.
That seems very moderate and responsible of you. And if you want me to drink a few more for you, be glad to.
Somebody should. Somebody should be having a good time. Well, enjoy your question, I suppose.
Thank you. Such that I'll be able to. I don't know what to expect, but I appreciate this gift, Hertha. I won't forget it.
Of course. Hope it's worth it. I really do.
Thank you. I'll see you at the party.
You certainly will. And you part ways. And I'm gonna say the little party starts happening. People start to kick off. Like, people try to be casual about it. Because they're like, if we start partying at 2, how am I going to be partying when everybody else gets here at 8? So people are kind of, you see slowly as the day progresses, people starting to coalesce and mingle. And then around 5-ish, that's when things kick off, especially at Island Life. That is when the party starts there. And Roshan, for whatever you have going on currently, you have gotten 8 hours of sleep. You are still downstairs asleep because you have not been woken up yet, and you're going to follow the rules. You're like, I don't know what time it is. Even if you wake up casually, you're like 5 minutes, 5 years, I don't know. But anybody who goes over to Island Life is, it is drink and music and dancing and fun, and you can see like the touch of Saga on things. Where it's just like big banners set up and put up, and just a colorful array. And there's just like a
little
sign.
Lady Satyr symbols in all the streamers.
Covered everywhere. and it's just like, and it says like happy treaty signing on like
Aw.
something. You can see it's written in Saga's handwriting.
Adorable.
Eagle's gotten a little shitty. Just the flush that is naturally there just intensified a bit. And he is loud and mingling and moving through the crowd. And if any of you come in, he at least says hello. And then like motions you to like drink, do something, have a good time. And just like is like pushing people about. You can see that a lot of people are here having a good time, and you can see that there's really only one chief here, and that chief is Hertha. There are probably other ones at the Hartsville Inn, but I don't know why the F. I'm not hitting the F really hard. Hartsville Inn. There we go. But Hertha is here currently, and she has a somewhat fruity looking beverage in front of her, and she seems confused by it because she's just like, what is this? But she drinks it.
This isn't ale. I don't understand.
She's like, what the fuck is this? Holding a piece of pineapple up.
Oh, you'll like that. It's tangy.
You can see like Eagle's hand raised like above a group, and he like points over like just a confirmation finger gun. Is there anything in particular you guys wanted to do while you're partying? Or which party?
I actually wanted to have, since my brain is firing all functions and I am in a calm state of zen, I wanted to find like a safe spot where there's not a lot of people. And I heard Nana earlier about how nobody was nearby Golfeg's statue, and I'd seen how Freyrin didn't want to go near it. So I want to go there and ponder about what my question should be.
Do I see Gorbjorn leave? Does Fen see Gorbjorn leave?
I don't know if Gorbjorn went to the party first. It sounds like he just went to the statue after y'all's meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did not like go back and forth. This is his in between kind of thing.
All right. I'm sticking with Nana then.
You follow. There may or may not be a bird in your breast pocket. We don't know.
There he is. We just assume.
There he is. We don't talk about it. There's a little bub right here. She likes parties. I thought she should get to come to a party.
I love
Does Egil give Roshan permission to wake up from a nap?
Get somebody just laying there. Ooh. There is a point after the party has kicked off a good bit. Eagle maybe casually talking to people. You could see his like face of like recognition. It has truly been a blast, but there is a beautiful man downstairs asleep in my bed, so I'm gonna go downstairs.
Phrasing.
He's like 100% meant the phrasing, and he's gonna go downstairs and he's going to wake Roshan up. While the party continues to rage upstairs, the last thing I have to give is something to Gorbjorn before we go. But is there anything else anybody wanted in this last moments? Roshan, you're woken up by a probably the drunkest you have seen Egil.
He would like Egil's men to let him know if any of the Jarl's men or the Jarl show up so he can disappear. And he'd also like to ask someone to ask Hertha downstairs so he could speak with her.
Eagle's down there and he's like, okay. That's fine. I came to celebrate, but I guess business is business. And he gets up. First off, yeah, Hertha's 100% here. I don't think the Jarl's coming near my place, but we'll keep on alert.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see them coming by unless I'm in a lot of trouble, which let's hope not.
I should hope not. New interim chief.
Thank you very much. Soon to be chief, based purely on the fact that they will never want to do this again.
Yes, how does one become full chief?
Eventually, they will just stop probably saying the interim part. when they want me to actually make decisions. And they're going to want me to start making some choices. Well, actually, to be honest, he leans in. Valrone will be making a lot of choices.
She does seem to be very competent.
I would agree. That's the only reason I could not bring her with me, was in hopes that she could take over instantly. And that is what she's doing.
Wonderful.
I agree. Would you like to celebrate upstairs or downstairs?
I'll celebrate upstairs once I have a short conversation with Hertha.
Of course. I'm sure we could pull her downstairs. He gets up, he kind of like reaches over to you, sort of like ruffles your hair a bit.
Aw.
And he kind of nods, like confirming to himself, and he like walks back upstairs. Hertha comes down a minute later.
So Roshan's waiting outside of the bedroom for her, and he will not meet her eyes, but he says, Hertha, I lied to you earlier about what we talked about, and before I was bonded with this entity, I couldn't summon this spectral servant, and the more that I think about it, I can't really be anywhere without the shadow. So ever since I've been home, I've been bringing it into your home every day. And so I should stay away. And he grabs a satchel of coins from his bag and says, please use this to hire someone to take care of my mother.
Roll insight.
24.
You are able to clock it half a millisecond before it happens. She looks mad, and it doesn't exactly look like it's anger in the way you were expecting. She slaps the coins out of your hand. And the bag clatters to the ground. Coins spill out. Here's some coin. Hire somebody to take care of my mom. Roshan, do you understand? Do you understand why I was upset?
Yes.
I was upset because there is something small and very fragile in my house, and it is my obligation to take care of it. It would be the same if you had clumsily been carrying a knife on you at the ankle, and it could wander around and grab it. I was upset because I was scared. And to be honest, I'm still a bit scared. Roshan, I have known you since you were a child. And you come to me and you tell me, I told you a lie about this thing, and here's a bag of gold. I'll never come to your house again. Roshan, I care about you so goddamn much. I know you probably have a lot of women saying this to you, but you are nearly a son to me. You've always been. You've always been there, and you've always been doing your little pranks with Nana and your sister, and you've been learning under Ave, and you've been growing up, and I've been there for every step of the way, and you stumble, and you come to me with a bag of coin.
I didn't mean to insult you like that. I think you had something right, and I don't want to put you or Erling or my mom at stake because I don't understand this. And I'm actively trying to.
Has it done anything? That would worry me, that you would be like, this is a threat to you and yours.
How does Roshan feel telling her about blood magic would go?
Probably poorly.
Probably not the best, but the thing is, you sort of asked the shadow to do that. So it was not an assault on your person.
Okay, that's fair.
And it did not initiate the ritual. It just finished it. Helped you finish it.
It's done nothing untoward that wasn't asked for.
And would you ask it to hurt me or Erling or your mother?
Absolutely not.
I appreciate the sentiment. I really do. The only problem is it was a decision you made without including me. About me. About your mother, about Erling. And sometimes you have to do that, but I am not very good at this. You are not alone. This thing, certainly, I'm not going to know anything about it. I don't understand. The fact that you don't understand does make me wary. But the fact that you felt confident enough to come into my house as many times as you did, and nothing happened, that helps. But if there were a leak in your ceiling, and you couldn't figure out what was causing it on your own, would you drag your bed beneath the water?
No.
Or would you call a roofer? Would you ask a friend to stay at their place? You have so many friends and so many people that care deeply for you. And I just want you to be aware of that, because sometimes that can be very difficult to see. And I understand that, I do. And I'm not the most available. I get that. I get that a lot. And I reacted, I think, a bit aggressively when you told me about the situation, mostly because I had to sit there for a while wondering what it meant by myself. It is better to deal with these problems together, because I can't do it by myself. And I don't know if you can. You've said you don't understand. I can't help you there. God, don't do that to you and your mother. So take precautions, baby steps. I'm not asking you to come in and start throwing Erling up and down. But I am telling you, I am not accepting your money. And I expect to see you at my goddamn house at some point.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I said I was going to do 2 drinks, and I did 2 drinks. Now the buzz is gone, and now I'm going to have to do 2 more drinks. And she just mumbles the math to herself.
Oh no.
Let me make you something from Egil's private stash.
Ooh.
Honestly, the man owes me. So
Yeah, he does.
Go
I'm
right
sure
ahead.
he wouldn't mind sharing today.
She nods and she kind of a bit of like a kind of an angry flush had come to the cheeks, and she calms down, and you see she goes over and for the first time since you have come back initiates the hug. She goes over and hugs you.
Roshan is taken aback, but he accepts the hug.
Perfect. I'd like to drink this man out of house and home.
Yeah.
And she follows you to wherever you take her. Meanwhile, as the sun starts to set, Gorbjorn has been at the statue, and he sees there is a woman prostrate on the ground, unmoving. You recognize her as the seeress, and she's just laying there. She's just quietly laying at the feet of Golvig as you went there to ponder your question.
She's kind of just like face down on the floor, right?
Yeah, she's like knees tucked under her and like as flat as she can get.
I'm just gonna like be sitting down, legs front, and just like leaning back, like holding myself up on my arms, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just staring up voidly. Like he doesn't understand anything what this girl's doing, but nor does he know how to help her. So he's just like, I got my own thing. You're gonna help me with it.
You sit next to her. Are you going to initiate anything, or are you going to wait for like something to happen?
He'll say like, he'll probably like talk to himself at her, like, are you okay with everything that's been going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Things I just don't understand a lot. And
Oh.
it's just kind of like mentally just kind of describing of how like probably like beating himself up a bit about like seeing or like sleeping around, like he's like he doesn't know why he's been doing that. He's just like, I'm a man and I go like it. I saw my dad do it and I thought I should do it, but that's not me, is it? I don't know. Could use Tordrick in his beer. And he's just gonna be like kind of mumbling to himself and just trying to introspect what really is important to him for his question.
Aw.
Okay. As you sit speaking to her, yourself, to nothing, there's eventually a stir, and you can see like a slight movement of the shoulder. And the reason you notice is because of the quack sound it makes as she rolls one shoulder back and then the other. And she raises up until she's sitting on her knees next to you. She facing this way, you facing the other. And she looks ahead at Golveg, eyes milky, like a blind person's eyes, staring ahead. And she reaches a hand up and she points. You can see that there is a person, looks like a Jarlsman, that has started bringing things over to the area. And you watch as he sets down one of many buckets of water.
I'm just gonna watch now that somebody's gonna be listening in on my conversation to myself.
Yeah, you're like, all right, man. This guy is fully not interested in you. Like he looked over, saw that you weren't touching the seeress, and then continued what he was doing. And you just hear softly, grab a bucket.
Well, I grab a bucket.
You pick up this bucket, a little bit sloshes onto your arm. It's very cold. It's winter. And you approach her. Pour the water upon me and ask your question.
I'm gonna like gently pour it on her. And as everything has been running down my brain for the past couple of hours till sunset, a couple of things have been popping up, and it's mostly like me trying to relate myself away from my father, but it just kind of circles back. But majority of it is kind of like after I've kind of like gone down a rabbit hole a bit, I kind of like pop back up with the question of like, well, what would my mom say? So as I'm pouring it onto the seer, I ask, what happened to my parents?
And you pour this water upon her, kind of as gently as you can. And you hear just like the cracked cry that comes out of her mouth the second the water hits her. And then she slumps back, arms at her sides, head back, staring deeply up into the anguished face of Golveg. And she begins to speak, and her voice changes to a very familiar voice. And it's something you haven't heard in a long time, and it is a soft murmured song that your mother used to sing, something she'd hum to herself to you. And the seeress's head lulls to you, and you can see your mother's eyes looking back to you. That is where we're gonna stop for today. Thank you all so much for being here with us. I don't think I've gotten a lot of good Gorbjorn-centric cliffhangers, and you know, you love to see it.
You do love to see it, but god damn it!
Monday can only come so fast. Thank you all so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We love having you guys here and telling you guys a story. Here at the Dice Cult, we have many a show. On Tuesday, oh, nobody's here. Here I go. It's just me. On Tuesdays,
Legends of Theia coming at you Tuesday.
On Tuesdays, we have Legends of Theia, which is hosted by Frank, who couldn't be here with us today, but maybe they're there tomorrow. Good old-fashioned Dungeons & Dragons 5e. A lot of dungeon crawling, a lot of drinking, as much as one can, do on a Tuesday. Deep below ground, having a good time. Some classic stuff. So if you're interested in another show, because what are you doing on Tuesday? Legends of Theia goes up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Wednesday, we have Historical Mistoricals, which is a mini-series that we're running currently.
Monster of the Week!
It is a prequel to our Monster of the Week series. Bunch of people stuck on a boat. There's some ghosts. It seems we have a theme here, and it's terrible ghosts. If you're interested in that, you can view them currently over on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you need to catch up, like with any of the shows on the Dice Cult, you can go over to the Dice Cult YouTube channel and catch up. The mini-series episodes are much shorter than on the Backs of Gods episodes. So if you're like, how am I going to catch up in time? You can. you could do it. Just binge for a couple hours.
Yeah, you got time.
What are
You
you
could
doing?
listen to
Nothing?
it like a podcast while you vacuum the stairs.
Yeah. Even though the visuals are very great.
That is true.
For Wednesday. And also, if you're interested in something a wee bit different, on Saturdays we have Vampire the Masquerade in the Last Remaining Light, which I think the coterie has made a very big choice. Dumb or not, ruining of somebody's life or not, Camarilla or not, is where we are currently, and sucks to be anybody in their wake, honestly. And that's what it is. If you're interested in something a little different, Vampire the Masquerade is up every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, we have a bunch of art, a lot of character art. We just posted some very fun character art.
Oh my God, yes. Abby did such good work with it.
It's very cool. You should go over at Backs of Gods on Instagram and see the new drawings of everybody put together into a beautiful work of art.
It's super fly, y'all.
It's very nice. And if you keep up with us on Twitter, we keep you up to date with what's going on. Also, we post some of our art there. And this is just a way to keep in contact with us. And speaking of keeping in contact with us, if you go to our About page, there is a link to our Discord. Sorry, a cat just fell off the dryer.
Oh, no.
If you want to talk to any of us, talk to any of the people in the shows, you just want to have people to talk to about Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, we're available.
We do that a lot.
I'm full of answers.
Yeah, so if you don't want to talk about the show and you're just like, hey guys, you want to talk
about the mechanics of this one thing in Dungeons and
Dragons? You
guys
read Tasha's? Sure.
Yeah.
You can come talk to us. You don't have to ask questions about what's going on in the shows if you don't want to, but you could. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Love having you guys here. We are here same time, same place every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will see you guys next Monday. Good night.
Farewell, cultists.